Yo, what's up guys? Old School Dan here. And do you know who the first man in bodybuilding to ever build 21-inch arms drug-free? If you don't know, his name is Leroy Colbert, and he is a natural old school bodybuilder. This guy is super underrated, but one of my goals is to get him into the light. He died like 2 years ago, so I'm gonna try to contribute to his legacy. So let's take a moment of silence for Leroy Colbert before we start the video. May he rest in peace. So, in today's video, we're going to dive deep into detail about Leroy Colbert's personal training philosophy. We're going to go over everything: reps, sets, training frequency, and stuff like that. So, if you're interested in building muscle the natural and old school way, I suggest you get a pen and paper because we're going to be going over some advanced stuff in this video. So, I'll wait for you. Alright, let's go. Alright, so who is Leroy Colbert? He is the first man to build 21-inch arms. And the interesting part is he didn't develop those arms, that size, until he stopped training because he got injured. And he didn't get those arms until he stopped training. Now, that just shows how much rest plays a factor in gaining. Now, that's another subject we'll get into another time. But he also won the 1952 Mr. New York City. And he also won the 1953 Eastern America. So, now that you know a little bit about him, we're going to get into the training stuff. When Leroy Colbert first began training, the rule was you never did more than 3 sets. But he wanted a body so badly that after using the 3 sets idea for a while, he thought it was time for him to try something else. So yeah, his training routine was 3 days a week, full body. That means working all the muscles in one day. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, or whatever. And he only did 3 sets a body part, usually about 8 to 10 reps. Now, back to the story about how he thought it was time for a new routine. So, Marvin Eder and Leroy Colbert decided one day, instead of doing 3 sets per body part, they were going to do 10 sets. They swore to meet again and the next day to see if they were both still alive. They instantly felt a difference from training, and they threw the rule book out the window, meaning like no more 3 sets. We're all just going to do 10 sets. Now, when that happened, they both started to grow like they never have before. So, this type of training is sort of similar to the Reg Park routine. If you've ever seen it, it's about like 10 sets for chest, 10 sets for shoulders, 10 sets for legs. It's like 5 sets of bench press, 5 sets of incline, 5 sets of behind the neck, 5 sets of barbell press, and then 5 sets front squat, 5 sets of I think back squat. And it's like, yeah, so 10 sets of body parts. So it's pretty similar to the Leroy Colbert, and Reg Park. So yeah, anyways, back to the training. After he discovered that 10 sets was like the new training routine, he started doing that from now on. He was doing full body workouts, still doing full body workouts like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, training everything at once, everything. But now instead of doing 3 sets, he was doing 10 sets, and he was still doing 8 to 10 repetitions. But anyways, back to the training routine. He said that he used 10 sets minimum for his easy growing body parts. And for his stubborn body parts, he went as high as 20 sets. Now you're probably thinking, damn, 10 sets? Damn, 20 sets? Dude, this doesn't surprise me because I already knew that the old school bodybuilders were doing that many sets. Seriously, it's true. They did a lot of sets. Someone like Steve Reeves wasn't doing 30 sets a workout. He was doing more like 50 or 80 sets. Just like Reg Park and Leroy. So don't be surprised by the amount of work effort it required to achieve their physiques. So he found that working with really heavy weights forced you to do the exercises slowly. And it wasn't as effective as continuously moving the weight until you completed the set. Now, he doesn't mean working so fast that you use sloppy form, but I mean you don't actually pause at the top or bottom of a repetition, but just keep moving the weight in a controlled, steady way. I think that's why he says that 8 to 10 reps are the best type of reps for lifting. 6 to 8 reps would be too heavy. So back to the training. When it came to doing sets for a particular muscle, he would rather go by the pump and the feel. Now, this is similar to something Steve Reeves would do. Steve would stop training if he knew the pump was good enough. This is also very relevant to Vince Gironna's theory of overtonus. Vince Gironda was also a get a good pump and leave. Anything over the good pump would you would just enter a state of what he called overtonus, which is basically overtraining, but that's just what he called it. Leroy Colbert also says that he found any sets that weren't increasing the pump were a waste, and perhaps were even overtraining the muscle. So this just proves from three credible sources, Steve Reeves, Vince Gironda, and Leroy Colbert, and they're all natural bodybuilders, that this is true. Overtraining does exist. So anyways, back to the training. On an average, Leroy Colbert would get a good pump from 15 sets for each area. Like I said, this doesn't surprise me. All the really good bodybuilders back then, like Marvin Nieder, Leroy Colbert, Reg Park, Steve Reeves, were doing more than 50 sets of workout, more like 80 sets of workout. I mean, I'm not surprised. So yeah, anyways, back to the routine. Leroy Colbert would change his workout every 2 or 3 months because he found that if he stayed on the same program month after month, he would get stale. For example, in his workout, say he was doing chin ups, pull downs, and rowing for back. I don't know, he might change it to, he might start with dumbbell rowing, binner rows, and then close grip chins. He's just changing exercises and, in variations of, chronological order. I don't know what kind of order you want to call it, variety of order. Anyways, but yeah, he said there was an endless variety of changes that could be made. Now, any more tips that Leroy Colbert has from his training philosophy are, he says that consistency is what separates the best from the ordinary. Now, in his videos, he says this: train heavier on the days you feel strong and lighter on the days you don't, but just don't miss a workout. Every champion he trained with never missed a workout. So yeah, that was Leroy Colbert's training routine. I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a like right now. Subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. And before you go, I want you to leave a comment on what you'd like to see. Would you like to learn more about Leroy Colbert and his training philosophies? Maybe what exercises he did, what exercises he didn't do, or what he recommends would be good, or just whatever. Like, what do you want to learn about? And I will absolutely get to it, because I know someone just made this request yesterday, and I instantly made it. So I'm up for requests, man. I want to deliver. I want to help you in the best way possible, and the only way is to do that is to find out what you want to learn about. You got to tell me what you want to learn about it. I can only go as far as just so broad. Like, I want specific things. So yeah, leave a comment right now. Subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. Thanks for watching. This is Old School Dan checking out. Peace.